Welcome back to another unboxing here, and today we have something a little bit different. Normally I do pops and individual shorts, but I thought I'd mix it up because I actually have the entire new line from Demon Slayer that has been released. Now obviously there's a few more coming. We know we're getting a Daki Deluxe. There's talk that we're getting a chase with that. Now whether it's like glow or it's a different hair color, I don't know. Hopefully it's a different hair color because I hate glow chases. They're so boring, but maybe. But I thought it'd be fun to go over all of these, talk about the Demon Slayer line as a whole, because it's very weird how they're doing it, to be honest. We're getting some really good ones. Like, this is a really good line. This is probably like one of the top best lines that Funko's put out in a while for any of their lines, to be honest. But they've also put out a lot of like bad lines lately. So anyway, we're going to unbox these. We're going to talk about them, talk about the pros and the cons of Funko and everything, and talk about what I'm looking forward to in the future for Funko Demon Slayer in general. So anyway, let's get right on into it. We're going to start off with Tanjiro here. This is the sun-breathing version here, which is really cool because you can see his eye there. It's got the blood in his eye and everything. That is really cool. Now, I am kind of one of those people that think we have gotten way too many Tanjiro and Nezuko and everything. But I think out of the versions of Tanjiro we should get, this is definitely one of them, and this is definitely a Nezuko we needed. So this is not something I'm complaining about today. Now, is this a Tengen we needed? We'll talk about that. But anyway, let's talk about Tanjiro here. So this version of him, like I mentioned, is the sun-breathing outfit here and kind of look there. That looks really cool. You can see here his robe there is blowing in the wind. That just looks really nice. Like, I know a lot of people are big anti-Funko. They don't like Funko. But when Funko really tries, they can make some really cool stuff. And I know people don't like the eyes. I personally like them because I like chibi looking things. But I think they nailed this. The scar, or the mark on his head there, that just looks so good. This one is really nice. Probably, if not the best Tanjiro, it's up there. Now, let's talk about something, because I was worried about this. That's why I wasn't sitting it down. It doesn't stand up. What a disappointment. It's the same problem as Eren from Season 4 of Attack on Titan. It's such a good mold, but it doesn't stand up. How do you mess that up? Like, put a base on them. I mean, it's not hard. And tons of Funko have bases on them now. It's not something to be ashamed of that you got to put a base on the Funko or whatever. Just put a base on it. It's fine. Nothing to worry about there. But you just have to... I'm putting a lot of force on this thing. There we go. It's standing now. Will those feet kind of work its way back out? I don't know. But that's very disappointing that out of the box, even with some help, it doesn't stand up. That's a shame. Man, I was complimenting that. I was complimenting that a lot. And it disappointed me. I got to put that there and sit it in front of it because it doesn't work. So anyway, speaking of disappointments, this Tengen here. So we already have 3 Tengens now. This is the 4th one, technically 5th. And the first 3 I can understand. The first Tengen was the, main Tengen. And then we had the chase version of that, which is, cool. But then we had the disguised version, which, because they made Tanjiro and Osuke and Zenitsu, it was only to be expected that we were going to get a disguised version of Tengen. But then this one is just a young Tengen, which okay. You know, I mean, sure, it it works. Uh, it definitely is. It sits up, so it's got that over Tanjiro. But I don't know if this is necessary, and mine is very scraped up. Like I don't know if that'll come across on camera. You can see the face there. It's very dinged up. I don't know, but this is one that I really just don't get. Like, I don't get it. You know, maybe. Uh, like, it's just not one that I'm personally a big fan of, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and talk about some good stuff because I believe the rest of these are going to be good. I honestly do. This one was a big disappointment because I thought it'd be better. I thought it would stand up on its own, and it don't. This one I didn't really have a lot of expectations on, but that's on me. So let's go ahead and let's do this one. Then we'll do the moment. We'll save the moment until after that, and then we'll save the Nezuko's for last. So this one has been kind of controversial, and you'll notice here my box is dinged up, but I'm not. I take them out of the box, so I don't care. But this one's been kind of controversial because with the other demons from the series, especially the upper demons and lower demons, Rui got it. The one from Mugen Train got it. Then, what's the other one? Oh, another one got it. And now we know that Daki's getting it. But this one did not. Gyutaro, I forgot how to pronounce his name. But anyway, he did not get the eye printing, which would say upper 6. Yeah. He did not get that. But besides that, this is a really good pop. This is really nice. You do get some detail on the feet there. I don't know if that'll come across there. Good feet for a demon guy. But the hair looks nice. Like it actually like blends instead of just being like a line. I was worried it would, but it actually blends together pretty nicely. It goes from black to green pretty smoothly. And then these look really nice. Now we are getting a exclusive version of him, kind of like how we did Nezuko here. And he'll have like the blood going from his sights here down and kind of wrapping around him. I think that'll look really cool. Unfortunately, it's Funko Shop exclusive, which means if it's anything like the other ones, it could come out tomorrow or it could come out 2 months from now. We don't know. But it's coming. It is coming. And this one's cool. In the meantime, this one is cool and it stands perfectly. No issues at all there. That's what we want to see. That's a good standing pop there. Let's set him right over here. Now, we're going to save Nezuko for last, so let's go ahead and do the moment here. Now, I am not a fan of moments, for the most part. I think all of the Attack on Titan moments are a waste of a pop. I think, for example, the Zeke and Eren pop in the, where they're standing on the blue sand. I think that one's a waste. I think the one with Reiner and Eren and, I'm trying to get in the Demon Slayer headset here. Now I'm trying to think of Attack on Titan characters. But the other the other Attack on Titan moment is no good. I have a lot of Star Wars moments. Don't like really any of them. There's like one that I think is cool. However, this one kind of had my interest piqued, and it looks pretty cool. And I'm gonna be honest, this might be one of the best Funko moments that we've ever gotten. So real quick, I'm just gonna show you kind of a view of it if you were gonna see it from here. And it's got all of the flames and the blood going here. It's got the sand down here. That looks really nice. And you know what? There's no like just random plastic sticking up. That's one issue that was with the Nezuko and Tanjiro and the demon head thing. That had just a plastic thing. The Marvels thing, it looked awful because you had these random things. This doesn't have that. This is just them standing there. And if you can see there, he's got his smile, which he doesn't even have that in this one. He does here. I didn't even know that. That looks really nice. I don't know if I can turn, yeah, I can turn his head. That looks really nice. I like that a lot. The Tengen here, it's pretty similar to the one that we got in, I don't know how I can show you that, because he's kind of, oh, can I turn his head? I can kind of turn his head. That's about as good as I can get. But he looks kind of similar to what we got. If anything, maybe his hair is a little bit more kind of shuffled up. The only thing that I might say you could make this better is if it was taking place after something. Spoilers for Demon Slayer this season. I don't know why you'd be watching this if you haven't watched up to Entertainment District. I don't know why you would. But anyway, if you haven't, spoilers for that. This would look really cool if it was when Tengen had already lost his arm. I think it would be really, really cool if he was to put one of his swords in his mouth and then the other one he's holding. That would look really cool. Maybe make him bloody looking. But I'm okay if you wait and make another Tengen. I know I said I don't want extra Tengens, but if you make a one-armed Tengen with his sword in his mouth and all bloody and like an action pose, kind of like maybe one of the plus one, this one, you could make a really cool Tengen. But for now, this is really cool. And here's my biggest thing. What I don't like about moments is moments are usually in these big square blocks that just look awful on a shelf. It doesn't need to be a big block. It can be small like this because look how much shelf space it's going to take up. None. It's going to take up very little. It looks so good. This is honestly, like, I'm not going to put that many Funko Pops. I'm probably only going to put like 1 or 2 in my best figures of the year video at the end of the year. This honestly is a good contender to be one of the Funko Pops to put in that video. This is a fantastic pop. Like, I know I'm talking a lot about it, but man, it looks nice. Wow, it looks better in person than I saw in pictures. I did not expect it to be that cool. That's cool. So anyway, let's move on to Nezuko here. Now, we do have 2 Nezukos. Now, this one's a little bit special because it is actually our very first Pop Plus. We've never gotten a Pop Plus before. Now we're getting one. But we're going to unbox her normal version first. Now, that's not to say this is a bad version. It's not like a Chase Pop. This is sold separately. If you just go out and you try to find this one, it's not going to be like 1 in 6 is this one. This is a completely separate pop, but it's just a sort of like in between a deluxe and a standard. It's a plus. Now, this is Nezuko in her advanced demon form. So it is when she gets the horn on her head, all the vines go over her body, and she develops... So anyway, let's see how that turned out in pop form. So, real quick, they were smart. They gave us a base because they realized she's got a lot going on. And so, to prevent that from happening, they gave us a base. How thoughtful of them. Unfortunately, they must have used all the bases on Nezuko and couldn't afford to give Tanjiro one. But this is a nice looking little pop. I am very pleased. So we do get some of the little flames going on here. I really like the detail in her eyes there. When I say details on her eyes, I know it's just a pink circle, but the detail around the eyes looks really nice. And there are some pops, not so much in Demon Slayer. There's a couple in, no, they're mostly in Star Wars, that they will over design the face. And I'm thinking, that's not a Funko Pop, that's something completely different. That's just an action figure, which for some people, that's great. That's what they want. For me, that's not what I want. I want something chibi looking, and this is what this one does. Now, obviously, as you can see there, we do get the more voluptuous chest, which, you know, it works, and it doesn't look goofy by any means. We do get she is missing a foot, or not a foot, she's missing her shoe and everything, which she should be, because she loses her leg and then grows it back. But let's put her on her base there. Yeah, because they know it would fall over, because they've actually probably tested this one. How hard was that? How hard was that? Not at all. Apparently it was, because I can tell you why this one falls over. It's because of this big ring here. If you didn't have that, it would do just fine, but it doesn't, because it's, I don't know. That's disappointing. So anyway, so this final one here is the Nezuko Plus Demon Slayer Pop here. And this one is pretty much the exact same outfit look as this one, but it is when she is kicking. Now, do we need two separate Nezuko Pops? One that's kicking and one that's not? Not really. But, I am going to commend them for trying something different. And I kind of hope that these go over well, which I think they will. But as you can see, I will compare this real quick. This box is actually a bit different. You can see there it is shiny there. On the front it is shiny as well. Not on that one. So you do get a bit of a difference whenever it comes to just box, design as well. So let's go ahead and get her out of here. And the main difference is, number one, we don't get a base because we don't really need it, because you get a lot more of these pink flames under here. You get her kicking her foot there. And, it works. It works. Personally, is this needed? You do get the claws, like you see her hand there. It does have the claws out there, so that is one plus. Let's see here. There's like paper on it. I don't know why there's paper all over it, but anyway. Let's see. Let's do the big test, because apparently this is very tough lately with Funko. Does it stand? Oh, that stands perfectly. That is no issue at all. I can spin that thing and it ain't gonna fall over. That's nice. This one, yeah, that one's good too. This one, it's not perfect, but it's fine. This one's pretty good. Yeah, that one's pretty good. No issues with him. I've talked enough about that. But anyway, yeah. So this pop goes for, this one's going for, I think, 12. This one's going for about 16. It's about a $4 or $5 difference. And is it worth that? That's up to you. That's up to you. Personally, I don't think it's really worth that. I think they could do more with that. Now, we know we're getting some pops that are coming in the future that are seemingly going to take this route as well. From what I've heard, rumors, Scarlet Joker on Twitter, great follow if you want Funko Pop news. From what I've heard, we're getting a Rengoku, we're getting a Mitsuri, and we're getting one of the other ones. one of the other Hashira. Can't remember which one. But anyway, we're getting another one. It's not Tengen. But we're getting another one. Mauricio. We're getting him. And those seemingly are going to take this form, which if so, could be really cool. And I hope they do, because I think you can really make some cool designs for this one. Does this one do as much as it should? Probably not. This reminds me of the Shinobu Hashira Pop from SDCC a few years ago, which was good, but it was a standard Funko Pop, and it was only, I mean, it was $15 because it was a convention pop, but it was a standard Funko Pop. This is a plus, so it should be plus, but I wonder though, like this one, if they gave us a base, is a really cool pop. Why isn't this a plus? I don't know. So anyway, that's about it for this review and unboxing of these Funko Pops. If I had to rank them, here's how I'm going to rank them. The worst one, I'm going to give it to Tengen. Even though he does sit on his own, whatever, it's an unnecessary pop. It's fine. There's nothing special about it, and it's just kind of a waste of a spot, in my opinion. Up next, I'm going to put Tanjiro, simply for the fact he'd be much higher, and I'll tell you where he'd be if he was not this way, but he falls over. And that's, if you can't make your Funko Pop stand, then it's a waste of time and money. Next up, I'm actually going to put this Nezuko, the plus one. As much as I do enjoy it, I do think it is kind of a waste, and if anything, this should have been the only Nezuko we got. We didn't need this one. But I'm also going to argue that this Nezuko is a bit better, and we'll talk about that. But the next one here, I'm going to put Gyutaro. He's good. I have no issues with him. He's a great pop. The only thing that I think people do have a bit of ground to stand on is that he should have had the marks on his eyes. If you're going to do that with the rest of the demons, you should do it with him. They're even doing it with Daki, so it's not something they're doing away with. It's just they didn't do it with him. Why, I don't know, but whatever. Next up, I'm going to put this Nezuko. I love this Nezuko. I think it is great. I think it does exactly what it's meaning to do, and it's a standard Funko Pop price, and it does the job. I think it's a great pop. No issues. But without a doubt, number one is the moment. The moment here, I don't like moments. I think they're a waste. I think 99% of them are awful. Awful, and I don't mean just they're disappointing. I mean they're awful. This one's not. This one is amazing. It is exactly what I want out of a moment. It takes up very little shelf space, so you can put, just buying one of them doesn't take up your whole, shelf. Buying this one takes up just a little bit of room. You don't need any other Tengen. You don't need another version of him. This is all you need because it does exactly what you want. You can get your detail in Tengen. You can get your detail in Gyutaro, and there you go. It is nothing else you're going to need because you got it all right here. So anyway, that is all for today. There are some more Demon Slayer pops coming. I mentioned the Hashira are coming. Seemingly, we're going to get some Entertainment District, Swordsmith Village arc pops coming next year. We're also getting the Spider Demon Father that has been revealed just a couple days ago. That is coming out for NYCC. So I'll put out a short or something for that whenever I get that. And if you're wondering my opinion on that, I think it's great. I know a lot of people were hating on it, saying they're just milking season 1 pop still. I think the Spider Demon Father makes a lot more sense than this Tengen, to be honest. And, to be honest, I'd rather see stuff like that than another Nezuko or Tanjiro that doesn't really need to be made. And if you're going to do another Tanjiro and you're going to make a really cool design, a really cool moment like this one, at least make him to where he'll stand. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. We do have more videos on the way, not only Funko Pops, but anime stuff in general, like the big Nezuko back here. We have a video on that in the channel if you are new here. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.